Did I scare y'all guys? Sorry. Welcome back to the channel. Cam at 2.8 here. We are reacting to evolution of Sonic the Hedgehog. I know what you guys are saying right now in the comments, or you guys, or how many viewers I get for this. I did put the James Bond game, and it was off. It was not recorded either. Sorry, I was out of town. I just want to play the game. Sorry. I finally beat James Bond game, and it's a good game. It was a good game. Not like game of the year for me, but it's a good game. I'm waiting for Wolverine and GTA 6, of course, for this year. I need to play the Invincible Forces game as well. And maybe in the next video, I'll talk about movies I watch. I don't think I ever talked a session yet. And I just watched Spider-Man Brand New Day. I got to tell y'all guys about that. Probably going to see the miss details, like trailer breakdown. Not like trailer breakdown, but like movie breakdown, like what happened, everything. So, yeah, I will be reacting to that. So yeah, yeah. That how my day. That how the wit. That how it went. I so excited for Reginald Days. I'm not gonna die. Spoiler right here. Well, nah. I'll talk about it in the next video. I'll talk about it in the next video. Yeah, let's go ahead and react to this, y'all. Hopefully, I don't get no skip frame.
Back in the 90s, there was one character who made speed
Going
feel
good so far.
cool. While Mario was jumping through colorful worlds, Sonic was
Oh yeah,
blasting through loops.
to say I forgot about Sonic. My first ever Sonic the Hedgehog game that I ever played was the one for 2006. What it was the worst game of the year at that time. I love it. I don't care what y'all say. This was that was the first ever Sonic game that I ever played in my life. And I felt I love Sonic. I don't love Sonic like that anymore. But at that time, bro, that's where Sonic was awesome, bro. Where I'll see Tail, Knuckle, Silver, Shadow, Rogue. Her name Rogue or Rose? Right, I think it's Rogue. Amy and Dr. Eggman, bro. Oh my god. I'm excited for Sonic the Hedgehog 4. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 was a good movie with Shadow. Keanu Reeves did great as Shadow the Hedgehog. Jim Carrey, of course, did with Dr. Eggman. But yeah, Sonic the Hedgehog was the first game that I ever played. The one for 2006. I never played. Actually, I did play the retro one, but it was like the Sonic Classic Collection game for the PS3. You guys know what I'm talking about? Like it cost on like Sega Genesis Collection on the PS3, and it shows Sonic, that Sonic, the 90s Sonic on the cover of it. Hopefully you guys know what I'm talking about. What else game I did play? I played Sonic Heroes. Sonic Heroes was a good game. I played on Bleed the GameCube. I gave my little nephew, a PS2 version for Sonic Heroes. He don't really play PS2 like that anymore, so I guess I had to steal it from him. Sonic Rivals. I forgot about Sonic Rivals. Sonic Rivals is a good game. I like that game. Sonic Unleashed, bro. It's up there. Sonic Unleashed is up there. It is up there. I love it. Same with Sonic Generation. Sonic Generation is a good game. What else? Shadow the Hedgehog. I mean, it's not part of Sonic the Evolution. It probably is, but hey, Shadow the Hedgehog. Nine, not nine. I think it's 10 endings. I don't like that Sonic the Hedgehog game got that many endings. Like, bro, just make it one, bro. Please. It's not necessary to have that many endings. Um, Sonic Rivals. What else game I played for Sonic? Oh, bro, when I was a kid, I want to play that Sonic Night game and the Sonic Secret Ring game, but it was just on the Nintendo Wii, so I never played that game before. Sonic Forces, I did play Sonic Forces before. People don't really like the game, I heard, so yeah, I like it. It was pretty cool. What's the other game called? Sonic Frontier. Sonic Frontier. Their latest, not latest release. You know, guys know what I mean. Never beat that game. I might play on YouTube maybe, but yeah. What else? I think that's it. And that Sonic the Shadow Generation game. My nephew, he had a Nintendo Switch. My sister gave it to him. It was a good game. It was cool. I played Shadow, of course, first because Sonic Generation is literally just Sonic Generation from the PS3 version. But yeah, that's all the Sonic game that I ever played. Yeah. Crazy that they crazy that Sonic games still going. Same with Mario. But yeah, get back to the video. The crazy like
Oops at
Sonic
lightning
was the
speed with
mascot for
attitude,
Sega, bro.
rock music, and enough confidence to make
Oh, and no, I had never ever played. Oh, Sonic Riders. I forgot about that. No, I never played any Sonic Adventure game. I don't have a Dreamcast, so yeah. I heard it. I know it's like one of the best game of all time for Sega. Dreamcast game as well, and Dreamcast was doing really doing well. But yeah, I never played any Sonic Adventure 1 or 2.
even Sega believe they could defeat Nintendo. But over the next
They're
40
wrong.
years, Sonic's journey would become one of gaming's wildest evolutions, from legendary classics to cursed redesigns, internet memes, massive comebacks, and Hollywood movies. Buckle up. This is going to be a wild journey.
What movie is that? I don't remember that. Probably Sonic Hedgehog too.
This is the evolution of Sonic the Hedgehog.
Dang, Sonic was dang,
Back in the early
he keeps getting
1990s,
increased.
Sega wanted a new hero, powerful enough to defeat Mario and sell over 1 million copies. Their old mascot, Alex Kidd, simply was not enough anymore. So, Sega's developers began throwing around ideas. A wolf, a bulldog, a rabbit with stretchy ears, even a mustached man in pajamas.
The
One
Eggman.
design stood out above the rest: a blue hedgehog. Sonic the Hedgehog was originally called Mr. Hedgehog,
Sonic Head
though many
Generation was such a good
English-speaking
game.
fans later mistranslated the name as Mr. Needlemouse. At first, the character looked very different, with tiny spikes
I might release
and a
this video
round
today.
body.
Today is the
Sega
August
soon
2nd.
changed his color to dark blue to match the company logo, while his iconic red and white shoes were inspired by
Yeah, you
both
you want to
Michael
hear
Jackson.
something crazy? What's if any of y'all guys are in school, college? Well, I know they now. I forget about college. College got like days. We go to school like on the August 15th or 16th, some stuff like that. But what school district, either middle, high school, or elementary? What do y'all first day of school start? Cause I just found out that my school district that I used to go to started on Friday, July the 31st, and that was insane. That was like, wow, what? Like, why? 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 Because I remember like school for me, it was like August something in like the middle of the day, like August probably 14, 13, something like that. Why they started July 31st, or why do y'all guys start there? Matter of fact, let me check out. Let's check. Ooh, yes, let's check out. Oh, yeah, Memphis, Memphis. Let's check out Memphis school district. If not, I check the other. I check Oxford, Memphis school district. That's star review. I mean, I want to check out Dr. Calendar real quick. Oh, there you are. What's the calendar? I guess I download the calendar. I really don't want to. All right, let's see. August. August 3rd is insane. Oh, so they started tomorrow. Dang, that's insane. All right, let me check out Oxford in Mississippi. Oxford Scoops School District. I'm gonna type in the Mississippi part. Don't want them thinking. Don't want them thinking the UK version. All right, calendar. Wow, that started on August 5th. Why did my hometown start July 31st? What is that? I don't think that's necessary. That's insane. August 31st is why is Michael Jackson there? I wasn't paying attention. That's insane. Field, August Field. Okay, what? I feel like it's all started with my hometown had like a 2018 snowstorm. Not like it was bad, but not like blizzards and other stuff like that. But I feel like it started with that because like it our original dates would be like May the 19th or 18th, something like that, but it got delayed to like the 25th of May because the snowstorm kept messing up our schedule. And now it's like our days, the August would like be earlier than early. That the earliest, the last time I remember when I was senior was August 10th. I find that ridiculous. August 31st is insane. It like with gas prices was like good, and now it's like high as hell. Like, bro, what is going on with the economic, bro? Should we talk about the economic?
Spikes, and a
All right,
round
let's
bottom.
continue with the video.
Sega
Sorry
soon
about
changed his
yapping.
color to dark blue to match the company logo, while his iconic red and white shoes were inspired by both Michael Jackson and Santa Claus.
Oh wow!
Somehow, that combination actually worked. The team almost gave him names like Raisupi or LS for Lightspeed, but eventually settled on the perfect
I watched
name,
Sonic. I watched
Saniko
Sonic.
the Hedgehog, aka
Sonic Boom. Is that
Sonic
what it's
the
called?
Hedgehog, a name built for speed.
I do that to all the time.
Even Sonic's attitude had inspiration behind it. Artist Naoto Oshima said Sonic's confident personality was inspired by former U.S. President Bill Clinton. With the character finally created, a small group of developers known as Team Sonic started building Sonic's first adventure. They gave him blazing speed and the ability to curl into a ball like a real hedgehog to smash through enemies. Some early ideas were pretty strange, though. Sonic was once planned to have a human girlfriend named Madonna and even play in a band. Sega of America hated the idea, and after heated arguments, it was removed. Somewhere in another universe, Sonic is collecting Grammys instead of rings. Still, music remained a huge part of Sonic's
What
success.
is going on with
The
this
original
episode?
game's soundtrack was composed by Masato Nakamura from the band Dreams Come True. And technically, Sonic's very first appearance was not even
Why
in
did
his
I
own
watch that
game.
show?
In 1990, players could spot him hanging from a rearview mirror in the racing game Rad Mobile, giving players their very first glimpse of the character who would soon become Sega's biggest legend.
Mm-hmm.
On June
So
23rd, 1991,
I never
Sonic
played
the
the Sega
Hedgehog
console.
raced
I
onto
played
store
a
shelves for the
NES,
Sega Mega Drive,
NES, but
known
not
in the
never the
US
Sega
as the
consoles.
Sega Genesis, and completely changed Sega's future. Players raced through colorful zones at insane speed, collecting rings, saving animals, and stopping the evil Dr. Eggman from using the powerful Chaos Emeralds for world domination. Remember that pajama-wearing mustache man?
Yes.
Yeah, well, he ended up becoming the series' bad guy. Talk about a career change. Younger fans may know him better as Dr. Eggman, which was his original name in Japan, while Sega of America changed his name to Dr. Ivo Robotnik. What made Sonic feel so different was speed. While most platformers focused on jumping, Sonic encouraged players to blast through levels as fast as possible. Loops, springs, ramps, and enemies flew past in seconds, creating a style of gameplay that felt completely fresh at the time. Interestingly, the original version was so fast that creator Yuji Naka reportedly suffered from motion sickness because of the game's high speed. As a result, the final game had to be slowed down. Yes, Sonic was literally too fast for his
How do
own
people
creator.
feel about
Players could also
motion sickness about Sonic these days? Overall, back in the days, to be honest, I feel like most people get motion sickness from this. Oh wait, they talk about the Savage Jam.
also collect all 6 Chaos Emeralds
Oh,
through
Chaos
special
Emeralds.
stages
6,
to unlock
seven.
the game's good ending. 7 animal friends were also introduced, including Flicky, who already had an arcade game 7 years before Sonic. The gamble paid off massively. Across all platforms, the original game sold over 40 million copies, becoming not only one of the best-selling video games ever made, but also one of the greatest of all time.
I'm gonna miss physical
Sonic
copies,
was the
bro,
ultimate
like, stop
mascot
it
to promote
2028.
the faster Sega Mega Drive.
But
With
they're
the
gonna
legendary
change, bro,
slogan,
my life.
Genesis does what Nintendo don't. Sonic quickly became Sega's answer to Mario during the brutal console war with Nintendo. Sega finally
The
had what
original
they wanted,
consoles
a
war.
mascot fast enough to challenge Mario himself, and this was just the start. Fun fact, the underwater stage revealed that Sonic cannot swim. This came from Yuji Naka mistakenly believing that real hedgehogs could not swim either, even though they are actually strong swimmers in nature.
Oh, wow.
So yes, Sonic's fear of water is basically built on fake hedgehog propaganda.
Well, maybe Sonic just can't swim. Tail.
Just 1 year later, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 arrived, and Sega wanted it bigger, faster, and better in every way. The company even launched the game worldwide on the same day in a huge event called Sonic Tuesday, one of gaming's first major global releases. Basically, the gaming version of a worldwide movie premiere. This time, Dr. Eggman planned to use the 7 Chaos Emeralds to power the Death Egg, a giant space station heavily inspired by the Death Star from Star Wars. Sonic also gained one of his most iconic abilities, the Spin Dash, letting players blast forward instantly without slowing down. The sequel became even faster than the original. Bro was running like Eggman leaked his search history. Sonic 2 was also the first Sonic game to introduce Super Sonic. By collecting all 7 Chaos
Okay, that's
Emeralds,
pretty cool.
Sonic could transform into his golden super form with faster speed and temporary invincibility. The transformation was heavily inspired by the Super Saiyan
I
form
forgot
from
about
Dragon
that.
Ball Z.
I forgot about Dragon Ball.
The sequel also introduced a new sidekick,
So I watched
Miles
Dragon.
Proud,
I mean, I did watch
better
it
known
before.
as Tails. The
I was
two-tailed
just a
fox
kid.
quickly became Sonic's best friend and one of gaming's most iconic duos. Players
Just
could
not an
even
anime
team up
person
in
like
co-op or race each
They're
other in
nerds.
split-screen multiplayer. Friendships were tested, controllers were sacrificed. The soundtrack also returned with music from Masato Nakamura. Sega nearly replaced him with cheaper in-house music, but the team thought the replacement tracks sounded terrible and made sure Nakamura was hired no matter the cost. Some decisions are just too important for humanity. Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was another massive success, even breaking sales records, selling 1 million copies and grossing $50 million
Just a
in
million?
a single day in the United States. In total, over 7.5
Oh.
million copies were sold.
I'm about to
More
say.
importantly, Sonic 2 proved Sonic was not just a lucky hit. Sega now had a true gaming icon, powerful enough to stand beside Mario.
Oh, I
Blue
forgot the one
Hedgehog
game I
was
did
here
play.
to stay, and his success exploded
It
beyond
was-
games.
Oh wow, I forgot about this game. It was the Mario vs. Sonic video game. That game was awesome, bruh. On a Wii, golly. I mean, it wasn't my Wii. It was. I think my sister she got. Of course, she got a Wii, but did she ever had the Sonic vs. Mario game, or was it my cousin? I think it was my cousin. I don't know. That game was fun though. I love playing that game. Now that's where I first discovered Wario and Waluigi. Waluigi. Yeah, that's how you pronounce it.
Archie Comics created the longest-running video game comic series ever, while Sonic also starred in multiple animated shows.
Who the heck is that? Who are those two? To be
Then,
honest, I
in
just realized. I don't know what's
1993,
tail.
Sega Sonic the Hedgehog brought Sonic into arcades with a much harder adventure. Unlike the side-scrolling Genesis games, it used an isometric view and even supported up to 3 players at once. Players raced through dangerous levels packed with spikes, fire, and deadly traps while trying to escape Dr. Eggman's exploding island. The game also introduced 2 new characters
Ray and
alongside
Mighty.
Sonic the Hedgehog, Mighty the Armadillo and Ray the Flying Squirrel. Thanks to its impressive animations, the game was heavily praised, with Electronic Gaming Monthly even giving it a perfect 10 out of 10 score.
Oh, wow.
Though the real challenge was surviving the game without rage quitting in public. Fun fact, that same
Can you
year,
imagine
Sonic
rage
the
quitting in
Hedgehog made
public?
history as
I
the
mean, that'd
first
be
video
people
game
who would
character
do
turned into
that.
a balloon for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade. Unfortunately, it turned into a disaster when strong
Oh,
winds
yeah.
slammed Sonic into a lamppost, piercing
I
his
remember
eye
that.
and injuring a man and a little girl as the giant balloon deflated. The
What?
lamppost somehow defeated Sonic before Eggman ever could.
What? I didn't know people got. I didn't know two people got injured.
1993
That's
was a wild year
crazy.
for Sonic the Hedgehog, as he also made the jump from cartridges to CDs with the release of Sonic CD for the Sega CD. The game introduced two major characters who would become huge parts of the franchise,
I just realized
Amy
Sega is the
Rose
first
and
console that
Metal
had
Sonic,
CD. I
a
did it with
robotic
PlayStation the
version
whole
of
time.
Sonic created by Dr. Eggman. Most of the adventure took place on the mysterious Little Planet, where Sonic traveled through time to stop Eggman from using the powerful time stones for world domination. Players could switch between the past and future, making Sonic CD one of the most unique Sonic games at the time. Sonic also gained a new move called the Super Peel Out. The game was praised for its graphics and creative gameplay, although the North American soundtrack caused heavy controversy after replacing the original Japanese music. Still, it was a success, becoming the best-selling Sega CD game. Fun fact, or more like a creepy fact, by entering a secret code, players could unlock a disturbing hidden screen with
forgot about
creepy
this.
music and Japanese text, roughly translating to "Fun is Infinite." A mistranslation involving the word Majin, meaning evil spirit, made it even more unsettling, eventually turning it into one of Sonic's most famous creepypastas, probably traumatizing a few kids along the way.
Oh, don't fly like you know how to do that, man. I would be scared as hell if I was a kid. I think I would be scared now if
Then
I
it
would
was
play
time
that
for
game.
Sonic the Hedgehog 3 for the Sega Genesis, continuing right after Sonic 2, with Dr. Eggman crash landing the damaged Death Egg onto the mysterious Angel Island.
This were
Here,
on
players were
Knuckles debut.
introduced to one of Sonic's
Yep.
most legendary rivals, Knuckles the Echidna. And
Oh, I forgot
yes,
they were
he
rivals.
punches Super Sonic out of his transformation. Absolute menace. Tricked by Dr. Eggman, Knuckles stole the Chaos Emeralds and became a major obstacle throughout the adventure. Players could once again control Sonic the Hedgehog, or Tails, while racing through larger and more ambitious levels
Have
than
a
ever
save
before.
data on the
Later that
94
same year,
is
Sega released
kinda
Sonic
crazy.
and Knuckles, which was originally planned as part of Sonic 3 before development problems forced the game to be split in half. By connecting both cartridges together, players could experience the full adventure as Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Sega basically created DLC before DLC even existed. The game received huge praise, with many critics calling it the best Sonic game yet, and
Really?
it was a commercial success too, selling over 4 million copies combined. Fun
Screw
fact,
this shoe.
according to a
I
game
was joking, I
tester,
was joking.
the special stages originally told players to get blue balls instead of get blue spheres. Yeah, Sega realized that mistake just in time.
Oh, I just realized that too.
In late 1996, Sonic the Hedgehog finally entered the world of 3D. Well, sort of. Instead of true 3D gameplay like Super Mario 64, Sonic 3D Blast used an angled isometric view that only looked 3D. It was basically Sonic saying, "Mom, can we have 3D?" and Sega replying, "We already have 3D at home." Released for the Sega Genesis and Sega Saturn, the game took players to Flicky Island, where Sonic rescued colorful birds called Flickies while searching for the Chaos Emeralds. Players explored large stages, defeated enemies, and guided Flickies to the goal. The game looked impressive for its time and became one of Sega Saturn's best-selling games. But many critics felt the slower gameplay did not feel truly Sonic, which is not great when your mascot is literally famous for running faster than the speed of sound. And that was a huge problem for Sega, because while Sonic struggled to fully enter the 3D era, Crash Bandicoot was exploding on PlayStation, and Mario had already changed platform gaming forever. Sonic was starting to fall behind.
Love Crash, bro. Oh, Sonic Adventure.
Then Sonic the Hedgehog finally made the leap into full 3D with Sonic Adventure on the new Dreamcast console. But to make the jump into 3D, Sonic had to be completely redesigned so the character would not look weird. It also meant that instead of a side view, the camera was now behind Sonic. As a result, Sonic's quills were doubled in size and made sharper. His nose, arms, and legs were stretched, and he was given more angles. In other words, the chubby hedgehog was put on a diet. Sonic's fur also became a darker shade of blue, and his eyes were turned green to contrast with his skin. For inspiration, Yuji Yukawa turned to Dragon Ball Z. Sonic transferred Sonic's fur angles. In other words, the chubby hedgehog was put on a
I did
diet.
not know that
Sonic's fur also
that the
became
eyes
a
was
darker
green for
shade of
that one.
blue, and his eyes were turned green to contrast with his
I also
skin.
do forget
For
Sonic
inspiration,
Eyes is
Yuji
green.
Yukawa turned to Dragon Ball Z. Sonic transformed from a cute mascot into a more edgy and modern hero for the 3D era. Released worldwide in 1999, Sonic Adventure followed Sonic and his friends as Dr. Eggman unleashed Chaos, a powerful creature connected to the Master Emerald, hoping to use its power to build his own Robotnik Land. For this adventure, players could control powerful characters, including Sonic, Miles Prower, Knuckles the Echidna, Amy Rose, E102 Gamma, and Big the Cat, whose finishing levels would become a nightmare for many players. Unlike earlier Sonic games, Sonic Adventure mixed fast action stages with
Sonic the
large
Hedgehog Marathon,
explorable
maybe?
hub worlds called adventure fields. Players could discover new areas, solve puzzles, and unlock upgrades as the story
Maybe.
progressed. The new formula, graphics, soundtrack, and fast, enjoyable gameplay were heavily praised, although the frame rate issues and camera received criticism. At times, the camera fought Sonic harder than Dr. Eggman did. Despite its flaws, Sonic Adventure sold nearly 2.5 million copies and became
That's
the
good, though.
Dreamcast's best-selling
Yeah, the
game.
Dreamcast best-seller game. And this right here, too, as well, Sonic Adventure 2.
For Sonic's 10th anniversary, Sega released
Oh, wow.
Sonic Adventure 2 in 2001. The game expanded everything fans loved about the first adventure while introducing two characters who would become huge parts of the franchise, Shadow the Hedgehog and Rouge the Bat. This
Rouge
time,
the
the
Bat.
story was split between hero and dark campaigns. Players could fight for Sonic's team or join Shadow and Dr. Eggman, with each character having their own skills suited for different stage types, including high-speed action, shooting, and hunting stages. The marketing went unhinged too. One ad parodied Jurassic Park by lowering a cow into Shadow's cage, followed by screams, blood, and Shadow burping afterward. Yes, this was somehow a real Sonic commercial. Critics absolutely loved the game. With a score of 89 on Metacritic, it became one of the highest-rated Sonic games ever. But it also marked the end of an era. Shortly after release, the Dreamcast failed, forcing Sega to leave the console business entirely. What once seemed impossible was now reality. Sonic had arrived on Nintendo consoles. Ironically, the GameCube version,
And
Sonic
PlayStation.
Adventure 2 Battle, even sold far more copies than the original.
What?
Sega fans in the 90s would never have believed Sonic would one day survive thanks to Nintendo. The adventure games even inspired a popular Sonic anime called Sonic X. Fans praised the show for staying faithful to the games. With 78 episodes, it even became the longest-running Sonic TV series ever. Fun fact, Sonic X introduced fans to Nazo, a mysterious blue-gray hedgehog shown in a concept art trailer, but somehow he didn't appear in the show. Sega never explained the character for years, leading fans to create countless theories and animations before Takashi Iizuka later revealed he was simply a scrapped version of Super Sonic.
Sonic Hero.
After Sega left the console business, Sonic suddenly appeared everywhere. The next game, Sonic Heroes, launched on PC, GameCube, PlayStation 2, and Xbox. The console war was over, and Sonic had basically joined every side possible. Instead of controlling just Sonic, players switched between entire teams, like Team Sonic, Team Dark, Team Rose, and Team Chaotix, each with their own abilities and playstyles. With so many playable characters, Sonic Heroes even earned a Guinness World Record for having the most playable characters in a platform game.
Oh, wow.
Critics praised the fast
pretty
gameplay,
cool.
colorful visuals, and classic Sonic feeling. Although the camera and voice
Say what you
acting
want about
received
Sonic,
heavy
but Sonic
criticism,
doing
even with
his
mixed
thing.
reviews, the game
Oh.
sold 3.4 million
Oh, that's
copies
not bad.
worldwide, proving Sonic could still succeed without Sega making consoles. Fun
But the
fact,
Sega...
McDonald's started giving
Oh,
away
never mind.
Sonic toys and Happy Meals during
He
the
said without
1990s and still continues to do so today. One of the franchise's most infamous commercials came years later in Pakistan while promoting Sonic Heroes. The ad became legendary for looking absolutely ridiculous.
Sonic skateboard,
Oh.
rope and
What is that? What was that? That's what we wrote? Shadow the Hedgehog.
Then things took a very strange turn. In 2005,
2005.
Shadow the Hedgehog got his own game on Xbox, PlayStation 2, and GameCube with the tagline, Hero or Villain. Players followed Shadow as he searched for his lost memories while an alien army called the Black Arms invaded Earth. Sega pushed Sonic into a much darker direction with guns, swearing, and edgy storytelling, but fans and critics hated it. The game
Really?
scored only 45 on Metacritic and was heavily criticized for its awkward controls and bizarre tone. Game Informer even called it a betrayal to longtime fans. Ouch. And somehow, things were about to get even worse.
Hey, come on. I like this game, alright? I like this game. I just played the Sonic story though, not
In
really
2006,
Shadow or
Sega
Silver
tried to
because it
reboot
was just
Sonic for
Sonic.
the
I like Sonic.
franchise's 15th anniversary with a game simply called Sonic the Hedgehog, now better known as Sonic 06.
It was on the 15th anniversary
But during
too.
development, Sonic co-creator Yuji Naka left Sega, and things quickly started falling apart. The game was supposed to bring Sonic back to greatness.
I like
with
the
a more
starter
realistic
intro
world
too.
and gameplay inspired by the adventure games.
That's playing in the background right
Instead,
now.
it became one of the biggest disasters in gaming history. The story followed Sonic, Shadow, and newcomer Silver through the city of Soliana, where Princess Elise guarded the dangerous Flames of Disaster. Naturally, Dr. Eggman wanted that power
I
for
like the
himself,
cutscene,
but
too.
the real Flames of Disaster was releasing this game in the first place. The game featured multiple story campaigns, upgrades,
I like
co-op,
this game.
and battle
I'm
modes.
sorry,
On
I
paper,
do.
it sounded huge. In reality, rushed
The loading screen,
development
though,
turned it into
wow,
a disaster, with many fans calling it the worst Sonic game ever made. While the soundtrack was praised, everything else was criticized.
I do love the
The
soundtrack
game was
on this
filled
game.
with glitches, awkward storytelling,
was the
and
glitches.
painfully long loading times. Princess Elise and Silver also received heavy backlash. Even though the game sold over 2 million copies, it received a brutal 46 on Metacritic.
That's not bad.
One
2 million
review even
copies.
called it the rock bottom of the franchise. Sonic's big comeback had turned into a complete disaster.
Ugh. Wario Sonic at the Olympic Games.
Then something happened that no one saw coming. Mario and Sonic teamed up in Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games. After years of rivalry, Sega and Nintendo finally worked together, basically ending one of gaming's biggest wars. Someone at Sega probably
excuse
just
me.
asked, hey, what if Mario and Sonic stopped fighting and started playing table tennis together? Players could compete in Olympic events using characters from both franchises, from Sonic and Shadow to Mario and Luigi. What's wild is that while this was just a spin-off title for Sonic, it became one of the best-selling Sonic games ever made. Turns out adding Mario to your game is basically a cheat code. The game sold over 10 million copies and started an
That's not
entire
bad.
Mario and Sonic Olympic series. Fun fact, want to know something insane? Sonic has appeared in well over 100 official games. The Hedgehog has done racing, fighting, Olympic sports. Sega basically looked at Sonic and said, yeah, let's make him do literally everything. There was no way we could fit every spin-off into this video, otherwise this evolution would last longer than Sonic 06's loading screens.
Okay, you don't have to remind me about the loading screen, bro.
Speaking of spin-off titles, Sega also experimented with the Sonic Storybook series on the Nintendo Wii.
Oh, it's
the
a
first
storybook
adventure,
series.
Sonic and the Secret Rings,
My
threw
bro, the
Sonic
game
into the
looks
world of
so
Arabian
good.
Nights, where he teamed up with the genie Shara to stop the evil Eraser Jin. Familiar characters returned in funny new roles too, like Tails as Alibaba and Knuckles as
Alibaba.
Sinbad the Sailor. Sega followed it up with Sonic and the Black Knight in
My
2009.
bro, this
This
looks
time
so
placing
good,
Sonic
bro.
in the world of King Arthur and introducing a new form called Excalibur Sonic. By now, Sega was just throwing Sonic into random universes and hoping for the best. Despite the
looks
creative
good.
ideas, both games received mixed reviews because of
Oh,
awkward
what?
motion controls and messy storytelling.
Yes! Sonic Unleashed.
After the disaster of Sonic 06, Sega tried to save the franchise once again with the next major Sonic installment, Sonic Unleashed. At this point, the franchise was fighting for its life harder than Sonic fights Eggman. By day, the game finally gave fans the fast Sonic gameplay we'd been begging for. But by night, Sonic transformed into the Hedgehog, turning the game into a beat-em-up. The story followed Sonic trying to repair a shattered world after Dr. Eggman unleashed the ancient monster Dark Gaia. Along the way, Sonic teamed up with a new sidekick named Chip. Critics were divided over.
Oh, my mom home. Let me lock the door. And she's back home from her sister. All right, let's go ahead and continue with this greatest game of Sonic.
Over the Hedgehog sections,
I
but
love
the
the Werehog
fast
section.
daytime levels, music, and
The daytime
visuals
section
received
good, too.
praise. Fans especially loved it, giving it an impressive 8.5 user score. And even today, many consider it one of their favorite Sonic games. While critics were not too impressed, for many fans, the game marked the beginning of Sonic's comeback.
Yes. Never played Sonic Colors. I just realized
In
on the PS4, I
2010,
forget that game.
Sega released Sonic Colors for the Wii and DS. This time, Dr. Eggman opened a giant space amusement park secretly powered by kidnapped alien creatures called Wisps.
Is Sonic just-
The Wisps gave Sonic brand new powers, while the fast gameplay, colorful worlds, and soundtrack helped turn Colors into another comeback for modern Sonic. IGN even called it the best Sonic game of this generation,
Really?
while the game
It
sold
is
over
on
2
the
million
PS4. I
copies.
could just play on my PS5. This is right here.
With Sonic finally speeding in the right direction again, Sega celebrated the Blue Blur's 20th anniversary with Sonic Generations in 2011. After the mysterious Time Eater kidnaps Sonic friends, modern Sonic teams up with classic Sonic
This
to
is Sonic's
race through
35th
iconic
anniversary.
stages from across the franchise, including Green Hill Zone, Chemical Plant, and City
When they
Escape.
gonna release the game for the
The game was
35th anniversary?
basically a giant nostalgia trip moving at the speed of sound. Classic Sonic played like the old side-scrolling games, while modern Sonic focused on fast-paced 3D gameplay. Fans and critics praised the game,
Bruh,
with
I like
IGN
my
giving
favorite-
it an 8.5.
my favorite,
Generations sold over
stage.
4 million copies.
My favorite stage in that game was the one where the truck would chase. How did the truck chase you, or you were running on a building? That was amazing, bruh. Sonic Unleashed. I'm gonna have to say the clock tower one, where it showed like a clock tower. I forgot what word that is. I like that world. I love the soundtrack and the China world too.
And became one of the biggest successes of Sonic's modern era. Fun fact, in 2011, a creepy online story called Sonic.exe began spreading across the internet, telling the tale of a haunted Sonic game linked to disturbing paranormal events. The following year, a fan game titled Sonic.exe was released, featuring a demonic Sonic with bloody eyes. It quickly became one of the franchise's most famous internet memes.
Okay. Sonic Boom. Rise of the Left. I heard that game was bad.
But just when it looked like Sonic was fully back, Sega
And it was
stumbled
on the
again.
Wii U,
Sonic
bro.
returned in another TV series with Sonic Boom,
Oh, so it was based on the
introducing new
TV
characters
series.
like Styx the Badger. While the show itself received praise, it also launched a new spin-off game series, including Sonic Boom, Rise of Lyric. And oh boy, things went horribly wrong. The game became the worst-rated Sonic title ever, crashing to a disastrous
I remember
32.
that had a commercial,
Reviewers
too.
called it the absolute worst Sonic video game, while
Oh, worse.
others were shocked
Sonic
Sega had
Boom
somehow
or
made
Sonic the
something even
Hedgehog.
worse than Sonic 06. One player said, "I hate this game with a passion," while another claimed it should be in the fiery depths of hell.
Oh
One
my
review even
god.
said the game was so bad it should
Why
bankrupt
are you
Sega,
just
which is
running?
probably not the kind
He
of
just
boom
running.
Sega was hoping for.
Never played this game.
After the disaster of Sonic Boom, Sega tried taking Sonic in a new direction with Sonic Lost World for Wii U and 3DS. This time, Sonic faced the Deadly Six, a group of alien villains trying to drain the world's energy from a strange planet called the Lost Hex. The game mixed 2D and 3D gameplay while adding parkour mechanics that let Sonic run across walls and obstacles. Wisps also returned from Sonic Colors. While the colorful visuals received praise, many players disliked the new movement system and controls, leading to mixed reviews. Once again, Sonic was desperate for another comeback.
Right now. Sonic Mania.
For Sonic's 25th anniversary, Sega released 2 new Sonic games.
Oh,
The
yeah.
first was Sonic Mania in 2017, and fans instantly loved it. Instead of trying to reinvent Sonic again, Mania brought him back to his 2D roots with fast gameplay, remastered classic zones like Green Hill and Chemical Plant, and brand new stages.
I do like him.
The game followed Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles battling Dr. Eggman and his robot minions, the hard-boiled heavies, over a mysterious new power source. Players could also collect all 7 Chaos Emeralds to unlock Super Sonic, Super Tails, and Super Knuckles, letting them blast through levels at insane speeds while rings vanished faster than Sonic's dignity during the Sonic 06 era. Even better, Sega hired longtime Sonic fan developers like Christian Whitehead, alongside Headcanon and Pagoda West Games, who had spent years making fan projects and improving classic Sonic games. Sonic fans were now literally helping to create an official Sonic game, proving Sega had finally started listening to the community again, which for Sonic fans felt rarer than finding all 7 Chaos Emeralds. The result was a massive comeback. Sonic Mania became the best-selling Sonic game in over a decade, eventually selling
I did
over...
want to pause the video and talk about this, but I don't think it's really necessary to just pause it. I could just talk about it, you know? I just want to bring that out. You guys don't care? Alright, let's go continue the video.
6 million
Let's
copies.
continue the video.
Many fans
Subscribe to
considered
the
it one
channel,
of the
guys.
best 2D Sonic
Well,
games
Flatline
ever
channel
made,
was-
while Metacritic recorded an impressive score of 86. Fun fact, riding the success of Sonic Mania, Sega released a 2D animated miniseries called Sonic Mania Adventures on Sonic's official YouTube channel.
That's pretty
Fans
cool.
loved it, and the series exploded to over 100 million views.
What?
And this was just the beginning, as the Blue Blur would soon become a Hollywood star.
Sonic Forces.
The second game announced for Sonic's 25th anniversary was Sonic Forces, released later that same year. This time, our spiky protagonist joined a resistance force to save the world from Dr. Eggman and a powerful new villain named Infinite. As seen in Sonic Generations, gameplay switched between classic Sonic and modern Sonic,
I
while
forgot
also
classic Sonic
introducing a
was in this game.
customizable avatar character created by the player. But just as Sonic seemed to have redeemed itself with Mania, Forces stumbled again. While the visuals received praise, repetitive gameplay and boss fights mostly seen in previous titles led to disappointment, with the game receiving a weak 57 score. At this point, Sonic's review scores were becoming a roller coaster. In 2019, Paramount revealed the first trailer for the live-action Sonic movie. Instead of celebrating, fans were horrified. Sonic's design looked nothing like the character they knew, with human teeth, tiny eyes, and strange proportions. The internet exploded with criticism. Memes flooded social media, and even Sonic co-creator
Hey, look,
Yuji
a
Naka
Cyclops.
spoke out against the design. The backlash became so massive that Paramount delayed the movie and completely
Hey, Games of
redesigned
Paradise.
Sonic. Sonic had spent nearly 30 years fighting Dr.
Paradise.
Eggman,
What
only
the
to be
fuck?
defeated by a mirror.
Coolio.
When the new trailer
Games of
arrived,
Paradise.
fans were relieved. This time, Sonic actually looked like Sonic.
He looks like Sonic.
Humanity
He
had
looks
won.
good.
The gamble paid off. The movie became a huge
I'm so glad. I'm actually so glad that I glad that Sega actually listened to people and like, yeah, this is ugly. Let's try this again, and we're gonna make this movie release on the same day, and it's perfect. It's so perfect. What? What? Why did you do this the first time? This is so perfect. Like Tail was perfect too. Knuckles, Shadow, Amy, Metal Sonic. Like, bruh.
Success, earning over $320 million worldwide and turning the Blue Blur into a Hollywood star. Fun fact, the original
Excuse
design
me.
became so infamous that
Thank you.
fans nicknamed it Ugly Sonic. Years later, the character even appeared
Oh
in a
yeah.
cameo in Chippendale Rescue
Chippendale, my bad.
Rangers.
I didn't watch
After
it.
the success of the first film, Sonic returned in 2022 with an even bigger
I
adventure.
like the poster.
This time, Sonic teamed up with Tails, while Dr. Robotnik returned with a powerful new ally, Knuckles. The sequel leaned much more heavily into the games, introducing the Chaos Emeralds, larger action scenes, and fan-favorite characters. People loved it. The film earned over $400 million worldwide and became one of the most successful video game movies ever made. Not bad for a franchise that nearly got canceled by a set of human teeth. Fun fact, Kid Cudi recorded the song Stars in the Sky for the movie because he was a huge Sonic fan. He even rented an entire theater so fans could watch the film with him for free.
Oh, that's cool. I think Kid Cudi. Sonic Frontiers.
After Sonic became more popular than ever thanks to the movies, Sega took another big risk in 2022 with Sonic Frontiers. Following the disappointment of Sonic Forces, the series moved in a completely new direction. This time, Sonic found himself stranded on the mysterious Starfall Islands after he, Tails, and Amy were pulled into cyberspace. To save his friends, Sonic had to explore vast landscapes, uncover ancient secrets, and battle gigantic enemies known as Titans. Unlike previous games, Frontiers gave players the freedom to explore huge open areas filled with rails, springs, puzzles, boss fights, and collectibles. It was basically Sonic unleashed into a giant playground. Sonic could also upgrade his abilities and travel across the islands however players wanted. The game was praised as a bold new step for the franchise, though critics pointed to repetitive missions and technical issues. Still, fans were far more positive, and
Like, bro, what do you expect from the Sonic game? It's literally Sonic the Hedgehog. That all would it just do to run and fight balls in the world, in different worlds. What do you what do the what do the critics expect for Sonic the Hedgehog? All he just do is run and fight enemies and fight bosses. That's it. That's it. I don't understand them.
Frontiers became a
I'd
commercial
make up your mind.
success. Sonic had finally found a new direction that was not a wall.
Never.
1 year later,
Oh,
Sega
Sonic
brought Sonic
Superstars.
back to his 2D roots with Sonic Superstars. Set on the North Star Islands, Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, and Amy teamed up to stop Dr.
It'll be a
Eggman
sad
and the
day when
returning
Mario,
Fang the Hunter,
Sonic,
who had not
Resident
appeared in a
Evil.
major Sonic game for decades. The game
Let me think. Sonic, Resident Evil, Mario. What else? Legend of Zelda. Yeah, Legend of Zelda. I guess Ratchet Clank, Crash Bandicoot. Crash Bandicoot's still going. It'd be a sad day for those games to stop making those type of games soon. It'd be a sad day.
combined classic side-scrolling gameplay with modern 2.5D
GTA as well.
visuals,
They
4
could be a
playable
sad day for
characters,
GTA.
and multiplayer. It also marked the return of Sonic co-creator Naoto Oshima, who had not worked on a Sonic game since Sonic Adventure. While critics enjoyed the classic gameplay, many felt it could not match the heights of Sonic Mania. The game received mixed reviews and sold well, though sales were lower than expected due to competition from Super Mario Bros. Wonder. Some rivalries just never end. In 2024, Shadow had his biggest year yet. Sega even declared it the Year of Shadow, with Sonic X Shadow Generations leading the celebration. Released across multiple consoles, the game paired a remaster of Sonic Generations with an all-new Shadow campaign. This time, Shadow revisited key moments from his past while facing Black Doom, the alien warlord connected to his creation, because therapy apparently was not an option. Unlike Sonic's adventure, Shadow's story featured a large hub world inspired by Sonic Frontiers and new Doom powers that let him freeze time, glide through the air, and destroy enemies in new ways. Fans loved the darker story and gameplay. Critics gave it an 80, while Steam users were even more enthusiastic, giving it overwhelmingly positive reviews. Turns out fans really like Shadow when he is not carrying a gun. And the year of
Oh,
Shadow
okay.
was far from
Okay.
over.
I guess they got
Later that year, Shadow made his movie debut in Sonic the Hedgehog 3,
they have a
voiced by
cousin.
Keanu Reeves,
Did he
because
have a
if you're
gun?
going to cast Shadow, you might as well hire John Wick.
Right.
Inspired by Sonic Adventure 2, the story followed Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles as they faced their most dangerous rival yet while uncovering Shadow's
He
tragic
is so
past. Jim
badass.
Carrey returned as Dr. Robotnik and his
He's still
grandfather,
alive
Gerald
too.
Robotnik. The movie was praised for its
You
darker
can't have
story,
Sonic the
Shadow's
Hedgehog for a while without
introduction,
the hate.
and Carrey's performance. It became the biggest Sonic movie ever, earning nearly $500 million worldwide. Few franchises can break their own box office record 3 movies in a row, but Sonic somehow pulled it off. The Blue Blur had officially become a box office speedrunner. Fun fact, Sonic did not just become a movie star. In 2022,
I
he
forgot he got
also
his own
raced
Netflix
onto
show too.
Netflix with
Sonic
Sonic Prime, an animated series that ran for 3 seasons. Apparently, saving the world is only Sonic's part-time job. And Sonic's Hollywood journey is far from over. Sonic the Hedgehog 4
Yeah.
is already scheduled for 2027,
Oh wow,
with
it's next
Amy
year.
Rose and
In
Metal
March.
Sonic set to make their big screen
God of War,
debut.
it come out February
Somehow,
2027.
Sonic's movie universe is now
I'm so
expanding
excited for that.
faster than the games. The film is expected to take inspiration from Sonic's CD, while Keanu Reeves returns as Shadow, Jim Carrey as Dr. Robotnik, and Kristen Bell as Amy Rose. At this point, the Blue
Kristen
Blur
Bell?
had gone from disasters like Sonic 06 to
Wait, who
leading one
played-
of the
wait,
biggest
who?
video game
Kristen
movie
Bell?
franchises in the world. After more than 30 years, Sonic's journey has been one of the wildest stories
Hold
in
up,
gaming.
Sonic-
He went from Sega's secret weapon in the console
Hedgehog
wars
4.
to surviving disasters like
played Amy?
Sonic 06,
Oh, Kristen
internet
Bell.
memes,
Oh.
cursed redesigns, and enough ups and
What'd she
downs
play
to
in
give
again?
even
That
Tails
name's so
motion
familiar.
sickness. Yet somehow,
Frozen.
the Blue Blur always
Bad
found a way
Moms,
back.
okay.
Today, Sonic has starred in
Did she
over
play
114 games,
Elsa
sold
or-
more than 250 million copies, and built one of the
not
best-selling
bad.
video game franchises of all time. He also became one of gaming's biggest movie stars, helping the franchise generate an estimated $17 billion
she played
in
Anna.
lifetime
Who played
revenue.
Elsa?
Wow, that's one rich hedgehog. Collecting those gold rings definitely paid off. From Green Hill Zone to
And Frozen
Hollywood,
3 come
Sonic
out
proved
next year. She
no
gonna get
matter
a lot
how
of
many
damn
times he
money
gets
for
knocked
next
down,
year.
he is always fast enough to come racing back. And with Sonic the
Oh my
Hedgehog
God.
4 already
Frozen
on the
4 is
horizon,
coming out as
something
well.
tells me this evolution is far from over. Subscribe for more evolutions. And if this video gets over 3,000 likes, we will cover the
W video on Flat Life. Bro, they make it Frozen 4 Sonic and Frozen 3 not even out yet. What the hell? That's crazy. Yeah, that's Sonic that Sonic the Hedgehog marathon maybe when I get enough money. When I take this YouTube, when my YouTube career go up, would it be YouTube, not YouTube, on live streaming marathon, Sonic the Hedgehog marathon? Maybe. Should I do more than one ending though? I don't really want to do that. I might go insane. I might go insane. Ugh, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Well, anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. If you guys like it, give the video a thumbs. Oops, thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel and you see more of this content like this. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out, McLarius. I love y'all. You guys have fun watching SummerSlam, or you guys not a wrestler fan. Whatever. See you. Bye.